Hi, I'm Danny Ecker with your Chicago Business Today Midday Report. This summer's drought is the worst on record in Illinois since 1988 and has created headaches for many farmers downstate, especially in areas where most of the state's crops are grown and harvested. The majority have crop insurance and will be able to make ends meet, but the poor growth season could have an even bigger impact next year in the state's corn belt. For more, I'm joined via Skype by Maribah Knight, who wrote about the drought fallout. Maribah, you spoke with a number of farmers about coping with the dry weather. How bad has it been this year compared with other drought years?
Well, it's really one of the worst. I mean, people compare it to 1988, 1954 was also another bad drought. In terms of crop yields, it's probably going to be worse. Just some statistics by the Illinois Farm Bureau stated that crops in 1988 for corn were 13% rated very poor. This year it's 38%. For soybeans, it was 2% in 1988, and this year it's 27%. So it's much worse, but there is crop insurance now. So while the crops are much worse, the farmers are in a better situation financially because they have a bigger safety net.
Yeah, and you wrote about the ripple effect, since farmers are now spending their 2011 profits, so it's next year where some of these effects could matriculate. What are farmers saying about how they will cope?
Yeah, farmers are always a year behind. So because they harvest in the fall, they're spending their 2011 profits in 2012. And really, they kind of don't know how it'll work out. It'll play out over the next 12 to 15 months. But they know that most of them are covered with crop insurance up to 85% of their average yield. It won't be catastrophic, like the story said, but there's going to be a lot of belt tightening. There's going to be just enough to cover the expenses and just try to tide themselves over until next year.
And what about some of the potential effects on consumers as far as the cost of some basic items?
Yeah, definitely. Anything with soy and corn is bound to go up. It's just a commodity that's going to be priced really high. There's a lot of demand and not as much supply. So, anything that's going to require cornflakes, there's a lot of things with corn, a lot of things with soy, and because those are the crops that are hardest hit, the things that use those ingredients are going to go up. I spoke with one grocer who said he's already seen the price of beef go up. Now, that's probably because the price of feed is going to go up. Everything that's associated with corn as kind of the root of it or the ingredient, a fundamental ingredient, is bound to go up.
Okay, Maribah, good story. Thanks a lot.